Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. My name is Jack and this is your match reaction. Manchester United 3, Leicester 0 in the Premier League, and a resounding win for Ruud van Nistelrooy in his final game as Manchester United interim manager. So we're here to talk about the game in general, guys. Really positive win, in my opinion. But we've got some of the channel members as always. We've got Chris and Ben is in there as well. As always, welcome lads. Thanks for joining. Anybody who's watching, guys, smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Do hit that subscribe button and get your opinions in to the live chat as well. We're going to be going down through some of your thoughts as well, but smash that like button. Chris, one of the few games where we could actually just sit back and relax and enjoy Manchester United playing. What are your thoughts?
I mean, good win, confident win. I mean, like the way we played. Still, we get, it's a little inconsistent at times. I think we get a little complacent still. Like, I think we could go, I don't want to say harder, but I think we should, turn up the pressure a little bit more. But, I mean, ultimately, like you said, good win for Ruud, unbeaten in his interim manager or, caretaker manager stint. And now, we wait for Ruben to come in. And magically, everybody that was on the injury list is now back in training for when Ruben shows up.
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, it'll be an interesting one to see what he does, and I'm excited. So, but I mean, a good win. I mean, Bruno showed up, played well. Garnacho had a great goal. Ahmad played really well, should have had a goal as well, and I mean, it's a comfortable win, and that's what we should be doing against Leicester at that point.
Yeah. Ben, what were your thoughts on it? Obviously a good 3-0 win, and to get goals on the board is really important, but 3 points is probably the standout, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely the 3 points. Like you say, it's just 4 points now, isn't it? I know it's a big way in the season early on. We had a bad start, but now we can only go up, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. And Chris, you mentioned Bruno Fernandes there. I don't think he scored a goal for Ten Hag this season. And he's got a few under Ruud. He scored not just in this game, he scored in the other Leicester game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Are we seeing maybe a little bit more of the old Bruno in terms of he's got a bit of freedom? Maybe was he too restrained under Ten Hag? Or is that fair to say?
I mean, I think it's fair to say, but I mean, I think he's in a different position now, the way that they're playing now than when he was with Ten Hag. I mean, I think he was a little bit all over the place, and, you see him more in the box, more on crosses. You see him, playing underneath Højlund right next to him, when it comes time. I mean, there's still a couple times he drifts wide, but he's been more central as of late. And everything, but I mean, I like it, and I mean, I'm excited. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've you know this, you guys know this. I asked for Ruben in the summertime, like he's.
You did, Chris. I'm so fucking excited. I just don't want to show it.
But I mean, he's a proper coach. He's a proper manager. He knows tactically what to do, and and now again, it's going to be a little bit of a. I don't want to say a wait, but we got to see how he's going to put the lineup out there. But I mean, I think people are going to have to work, and that's just I mean, Rashford tonight, like I was sitting here with my buddy, we were watching the game. He's like, haven't really heard his name too much. I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad, because a lot of times you hear his name and it's not in a good sense. But I mean, he didn't play terrible, but he didn't play great, So.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Agree 100%. Ben, I'll go with you on this one. A little note there about fullbacks, and we mentioned Mazraoui and how great of a signing he's been for 15 million. But Delors has had, a kind of an up and down start to the season, I think it's fair to say. And I kind of had it in my head, is he the type of player that needs a bit of challenge? You know what I mean? He needs that challenge. He needs someone on his heels to try and maybe take his spot. And look, if it's Luke Shaw or, Malacia coming back to to give that challenge maybe to the left-hand side, and then Mazraoui moves over. Do you think we'll see better out of Dalot? Because he seems to be, I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it, but his performances haven't been consistent, I don't think.
Yeah, having a challenge is always good for a player, but he's a professional at the end of the day. Shouldn't need that, should he?
Yeah.
I think maybe he just needs a break. Might need to miss a game or something. Something as simple as that.
And I suppose our fullbacks have been, we've been paper thin at fullback all season, so maybe you're spot on.
Yeah. Same as waiting for this new manager to come in. What if he's not going to be in the starting team? We're playing three at the back. You don't know who's going to be playing, do we? So.
Yeah. And Chris, while we're talking about fullbacks then, because you obviously, you've watched, probably most of Ruben Amorim than the three of us. Dalot is probably that one player that you would say could fit into a Ruben Amorim's team, given the fact that he likes to go forward, and he's probably better at going forward than he is at defending.
No, I think so. I mean, I think to be honest with you, if everybody's healthy, I mean, I think Luke Shaw, if he's healthy again, we know what happens with that one. But and Dalot will be, I think there'll be the wing-backs, but the difference is, like today, that chance that Leicester had in the first half, that was Dalot's man. Like he's just, and I think I agree with Ben. I think he could be mentally spent, and he needs to just take a game off and relax a minute, and I think if everybody's healthy, then Shaw's back, Malassia's back. Like I think Mazraoui can give him a break, and he can, because Mazraoui's playing out of this world right now. I mean, everything he does is fantastic. So I like what I see there, and then and Dalot may have to wait, but the big difference is if you watch it, even against City when they beat them 4-1. Their second goal was their wingback Ruud that came through, and he made that run that Dalot makes. But mostly our wingbacks will be overlapping, not inverting.
Yeah.
They play wide. So you're going to find your Rashfords, Garnachos, your Ahmads, your Brunos. They're all going to be in. And the wingbacks, they come wide. They don't, every once in a while they invert and everything like that. But for the most part, they're wide. And when they play against City, when I was watching the game, you watched them, it's 5 guys on the back line, 3 center backs, and there are 2 wing backs next to them, so that's 5. And then the 4 midfielders are in front of them, 2 central CDMs, and then their 2 10s go wide.
Yeah.
And they sit in the channel. And then from there, they attack. I mean, now whether he does that again, he does that with us, we'll see. But, it's a lot of run. It's a lot of work. It's gonna have to happen, So,
and it's not going to be a copy and paste from Sporting to Man United. It can't be with different players.
No. I mean, it's going to be a little bit. It'll be a little bit different. So we'll have to see. But I honestly think that you're going to see I think Amorim's going to rotate guys, and I know we hate that word, but. You're not going to just see Højlund up top. I think you'll see Rashford up top as a number 9 because the way that they play and the way that they do things, he doesn't have to play with his back to goal all the time because Gyökeres doesn't play with his back to goal all the time.
Yeah.
He's running off because when they're defending and they counter, he's kind of like a free winger. He roams and goes to the ball side and he makes runs and stuff. So I think it'll be interesting to see what he does. Because I don't think it's set in stone or anything like that. So then it's always going to be Højlund up top.
Yeah. So absolutely. Yeah. And I suppose we'll stay on the striker topic because I've got a note about it here. Should we be worried about Rasmus Højlund? It's another game without a goal. Again, look, I'm only playing devil's advocate here, because I love his work rate and I love his tenacity and his desire. Does a new manager and a new formation maybe bring some more out of Rasmus Højlund where he might be getting, because it's chance creation for Højlund more than anything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think the new manager is gonna. I think for Rasmus, the problem that we have is its style of play for us right now. The way we play right now doesn't fit exactly him, because meaning we play through the wingers. We play through Ahmad. We play through Garnacho. We play through Rashford out in the wing and everything like that. And we don't necessarily play centrally. We don't play through the striker, and I think that's going to change. I think you're going to see that fundamental change where we're going to play through the center of the pitch, which, to be honest with you, and we always complain about it because why does Bruno drift wide? Why does these guys drift out of the middle? And then because we play through the channels, we play through the wings, and it hinders you at that point. So then, I mean, Rasmus and Xerxes have to wait for a cross. I mean, that's basically it. And I think that's going to fundamentally change. Now, if things don't work out with Ruben coming in and he doesn't look good, then that's a different conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben, you have no issues with Highland there, you know what I mean? I think, like, he's young, he's still learning the game, and he'll have to learn probably a new formation, a new set of tactics with the new manager anyway.
Yeah, definitely. If we were still playing this way for the rest of the season, I'd be worried about him. But we all know that his work rate, that just says everything about him, doesn't it? We know he's going to run all game long.
Yeah.
So hopefully the goals will start coming, new formation, start giving him the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And you always see him as well. His shorts are always green. You know what I mean? Because he's just, filthy, dirty, running around. And, you have to hand it to him, in fairness. A couple of comments, guys. Big A says, I don't think Delo will make the starting 11 under Ruben. There we go. If Luke Shaw is fit on one side and playing well, and Mazraoui continues to play as well as he does, then maybe, you never know. But again, competition. You know what I mean? Wild Shots says, do you think the international break is coming at a good or a bad time for the club? That's a good question. Chris, I'll put that to you. Because if you talk about Ruud van Nistelrooy, 4 games in charge, 5-2 win against Leicester, 1-1 draw against Chelsea, 2-0 win against PAOK, and a 3-0 win against Leicester. Is it a good time for the international break or a bad time?
I think it's a good time because of the manager situation.
Yeah.
I mean, and for the most part, I mean, how many guys are we going to actually lose to the international break? I mean, Bruno will go. Garnacho maybe goes.
Yeah.
Martinez,
I know there is a good few, because I said this last week, and I kind of caught myself, thinking about, like, Onana is gone, I think, isn't he? Or maybe not. I don't know about him, but you've got Delo, you've got De Ligt, you've got Martinez, you've got Ugarte, you've got Bruno, you've got Highland, you've got Ahmad. There is a good few of them that go.
Yeah, but De Ligt doesn't really play for the Dutch team anyways. He goes and sits on the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, exactly. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I think it's fine. I don't think it's going to do anything, because I think our manager's going to come in, and Ruben's going to come in and do what he needs to do, and it's going to be easier on him at that point. Not that it's easy at any point, but I think it's, with the break, with who's there and getting everything situated and getting it ready, I think it'll be fine, because he's going to have guys to work with and stuff like that. And, it just gives us a little bit more time to get everybody healthy. Your Lenny Euros, your Luke Shaws, Mason Mount's healthy now, but he can remain healthy,
If we don't play him.
Well, I don't think he's going to play for England. So, he's just going to he'll be in Carrington the whole time, and everything. So I think, and I'll be honest with you, Mount's going to be another guy that, it's going to be make or break, under Ruben, But I'll be honest with you, like, if you watch, he's very similar player than Trincao that plays for Sporting. Like, you can play Bruno and Mount behind, and they can go out wide. And when Mason was right for Chelsea, I mean, he scores goals from the midfield. So so we'll see. It's make or break time for a lot of guys, to be honest.
Right. Speaking about midfield, while you're on the subject, then, Chris, next top point I have here is Ugarte. He is settling in nicely, ain't he?
Yes, loved him in the summer and wanted him early. I mean, he's the real deal. You just got to put someone next to him. And here's food for thought. So what if Mazraoui plays right back, Shaw plays left back, Casemiro gets a rest? What if you put Delo next to Ugarte as a CDM?
Well, I don't know. Well, go on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tell me your thought process.
I don't think it's a far thing because he already kind of plays there anyways. Because when he inverts and he goes into the midfield the way that Ten Hag was playing, and it's not that it's not that he can't play there or anything like that. Because I think that, and he can control the ball. He does everything he was doing before. He was basically already playing there before. Because if you remember, we were always talking about how he inverts and he comes in and he clogs and he adds another midfielder to the mix. I mean, is it a long-term answer? No, but it gives you more legs in the midfield.
Yeah, and if you're playing a Leicester City in the EFL Cup, you could play him there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, you can try it out and see how it works, but at the same time, it's like, but it's an option. I mean, because if you watch him for Portugal, he plays similar to that anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. He was my man of the match. Ugarte was anyway. I don't know about you. Who would you go with, Chris? With your man of the match?
I would have to go with Bruno. Bruno played well. I'll give it to him for scoring the goal and everything. And I'll be not that Ugarte didn't deserve it, but the other guy that deserves mention is Diallo.
Yes, and he was my next point there. You know what I mean, Ben? I'll go to you first on Diallo. I mean, 2 games he's after being up there with our best players on the field, and he's starting to show his real worth the last couple of games, and with the the potential of him signing a new contract in the coming weeks. I mean, he's really in a very quick period of time after nailing down that right hand spot.
Yeah, get that contract signed as soon as you can.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be an add-on starter, and just like you said, I think you said it in the chat. He just needs to stay calm, and just keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, keep his feet.
And then it's down for Rashford and Garnacho, then isn't it, between them on left hand side?
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever plays best keeps a spot.
Yeah, 100%. What do you make of him, Chris? Obviously, because he's come in, he's gone out on loan, he's come back, and he obviously, I think the goal against Liverpool kind of propelled him to maybe a fan favourite instantly, but he's certainly backing it up now with real consistent performances.
No, I like him. I mean, I like him on the right hand side because he offers something different than anything else than the other guys, and because he's not a pure goal scorer. I mean, he like initiates play. He moves. He makes runs. He's not looking to just score. Yeah, he's not looking just to score. I mean, don't get me wrong. He can be greedy at times, and that's fine. But like today, like he makes the pass to Bruno, and puts him, and again, he's on the left side when he makes that pass, and everything. I think he knows when to cut in. He knows when to pass. He knows when to shoot. I mean, I like the way. And to be honest with you, I think him going to where did he go to Sunderland?
Yeah.
And him playing in the championship and learning and getting that experience was vital for him. And I think he's a quality player. I mean, I just think the more and more he does, I mean, because he doesn't do anything that's gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, because he comes back, he does. I mean, against Pauk, he nicks the ball from the defender. Like, let's be honest, I don't see Rashford or Garnacho doing that. Yeah. The way he presses and he nicked it off the defender and then he scores the goal. Like, the other guys don't do that. Like, he's got high work rate, and I like him a lot. I think as long as he plays well, he's got the right side to himself at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, then, while you're there, Chris, I'll go to you first on it. Ruud van Nistelrooy, stay or go?
He's got to go.
You think so?
Yeah. Only I look at it this way because I don't want a manager Ruben to come in and have any distraction, because I don't want there to be any back talk of, oh, well, we played really well under Ruud, or everybody loves Ruud. And I mean, and I like Ruud van Nistelrooy, don't get me wrong, but I don't want that excuse, oh, well, we were better under Ruud and the guys gravitate to Ruud and this, that, and the other. And as much as I'd like him to stay, don't get me wrong, I do, but I think you need to wipe the slate clean. And this is where we're going. Because even then, when Ten Hag was here, you heard the rumblings of, oh, everybody likes Ruud. Ruud's the next successor. Ruud's the guy that's going to take over. Ruud's the guy. He's the manager that when they get rid of Ten Hag, he's going to be the guy. You don't want that hanging over someone's head.
Yeah.
And especially someone that you went out and got. And not that I don't. Again, I love Ruud. Ruud's a good dude. Probably going to be a very good manager. But where we're at as a team and a club, he's got to go. And not because of what he did, just our situation.
Yeah. Ben, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I agree with Chris, to be fair. As much as I'd love him to stop, I think he's got to go. Because like you say, new manager coming in, players don't like the new manager system, getting out of the team. Oh, let me go and talk to Ruud. And that's where you got all your problems, isn't it?
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're both hitting the nail on the head there. It's, if Ruud is close with, Ahmad, for example, but Amorim doesn't fucking, take to him, or he's not his first choice, then all of a sudden, Ahmad is going to Ruud saying, this is bollocks, why, you know what I mean? Because I get on with you and stuff like that. So I think you're probably right. Now, look, I mean, if he stays, I don't think anyone will be too disappointed, to be quite honest with you. But I do think overall that it's probably the best thing for United, just for a clean sweep, and like as well, you have to think about the fact that Amorim has come all the way up through the different clubs from amateur level all the way up with the same set of coaches. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I mean, why split it now? It would have been typical of the United of old to do something like that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, and you look at what Amorim has done. He's got proven track record of progressing players. Like it's not like at Sporting he was given the guys that are ready to go right now. Like when they bought Yorkeres from Coventry City, I mean, he good player, but wasn't what he is now.
Yeah.
I mean, Trincao is a younger player. They have that. Was it Kenda, the 17-year-old that plays on the outside?
That's right, yeah.
Back. And Holman, the Danish CDM, and all those guys that and Ugarte played for him and everything like that. So like, he made Ugarte the $60 million transfer to PSG. So
now he's got him back.
Now he's got him back, and I'll be honest, is that an Ineos masterclass?
Maybe so.
Maybe you already knew that you were going to go for Amorim at some point, so you're going to try to buy someone that is
and buy two centre backs in the summer transfer window then as well, because he plays a 3 at the back.
Yeah, you bought 2 and everything, and now you're ready to go, and we're ready to roll. And at that point,
stop, Chris! You're getting me excited. Will you? You're getting me excited. Stop, fuck, will you?
No, I think. I'll be honest, and so he comes back, and I don't know. Ben would probably know more than me, but is Ipswich a hard place to play? I really don't know. So
yeah,
so it's he gets Ipswich, which I guess they gave everything they could against Spurs today. So did they ended up winning or?
Yeah, they won 2-1, I think.
2-1, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I think we can deal with Ipswich.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Absolutely. Daryl says, man of the match, Ugarte. Big A says, so far, Ugarte has been solid. Let's hope it keeps going. D says, Ugarte really in that pivot in midfield, and he doesn't shy out of a 50-50. We finally got our hard man in the middle of the park. I couldn't agree more. The last post says, the big question is Rashford done? We are way better with Ahmad and Garnacho. Well, look, I keep going back on this. I think it's damn near impossible. Even if you wanted to get rid of Rashford, I think it's near impossible to get rid of him, given the money he's on and the amount a club would have to pay if they wanted to buy him. You know what I mean? So
I think we have to table that a little bit, just because Garnacho the past 2 games haven't played well.
Yeah,
he scored today. He scored today, and that's fine. But at the same time, Rashford has not done anything not like last year. He's playing better. He's tracking back. He's doing the necessary things. Is the end result there yet? No, but
it's not for the majority of the forward line as well.
Exactly. So it's not like everybody else is scoring and he's not. Well, it's. Yeah. So again, you need the competition, like we talked about with Delo. If you just put Garnacho out there, he's gonna. I don't want to say he's going to not try, but when you're comfortable, sometimes it's good to be uncomfortable and have that conversation.
You need to be able to take them young players out for a couple of games. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
100%.
And let them sit and let them watch. Finally, then, D says the dressing room is going to be wobbly with Ruud still there, and he has to go, unfortunately. So the majority of people thinking the same. Guys, I think we'll leave it there. Happy days. 3-0 win. And at least we're going into the international break now with a bit of positivity. So
yes, lots of positivity.
Lots of positivity. And looking forward to the interviews and so on and so forth from Amram over the next couple of days as well. I presume we're going to get him, even though it's the international break. I presume he'll have his.
I heard that he was going to be there on Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, today's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be there tonight and be there Monday, but he's going to show up on Monday, and it's.
Yeah, someone said in the live chat earlier that he's actually flying to Manchester tonight after the. Because, like you said, there are going to be players there that are not going on international duty, so training is still going to be on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. We'll go live tomorrow night, and we'll rock and roll with that. Lads, thanks for joining, as always, and I'll chat to you during the week for maybe a little Ireland versus England watch-along. You never know.
Hey, who won? Was there a big match, a rugby match? Ireland versus the All Blacks? Did that happen, or was that...
There was. You're after putting me right on the spot there now. I don't know what the score was. I know they were playing, but we had a game ourselves yesterday, so if it was yesterday, so I was all over the place. But anyway,
how'd your managerial career debut go?
100% record, lads. Yeah.
Did you play the bottom of the table team, or who'd you play?
No, we didn't. No. Well, there's only 8 teams in our division, so it's challenging from top to bottom nearly. But I had to make a little tactical change. Went 4-3-3 to start. About 15 minutes, 20 minutes to go, changed to 3-5-2. Put an extra lad up front, and within 3 minutes we scored. Bang! Straight back to 4-3-3. See the game out. So happy days. But yeah, grand. Right, men. I'll talk to you during the week.
We'll see.
Yeah, catch you later.
Take it easy. Thanks for coming on as always, boys. And thanks to everybody else for watching, guys. If you haven't already done so, smash a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel again. I'll be back tomorrow night. We're doing a live tomorrow night, as always, from 9 o'clock because Ruben Amram is starting as Manchester United head coach tomorrow. So we will be doing a live tomorrow night, cover off all of the talking points throughout the day. But 3-0 to United, guys. Ruud van Nistelrooy has steadied the ship, and fair play to him. Absolutely delighted for him. He is even more of a Manchester United legend than he was before he came in. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, smash a like in that video. Hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Take it easy.